students, today we are going to discuss the poem The Village Schoolmaster. The poem Village Schoolmaster is by 18th century Irish writer Oliver Goldsmith. Goldsmith wrote essays, poems, novels and plays in 1700s. Although considered an eccentric, but he is popular because of his readable style and believable characters. His main works are The Vicar of Wakefield, a novel published in 1766. Then two plays are on his name. The Good-Natured Man, published in 1768, and She Stoops to Conquer, published in 1773. Then one essay collection is there that published in 1762, named The Citizen of the World. And his poetry collection is The Traveller, which published in 1764. The poem Village Schoolmaster is an extract from his long poem The Deserted Village. The Deserted Village, published in 1770. It was a milestone in his literary career. This long poem is a pastoral elegy for the decaying and dying agrarian society. Its very name suggests that it's about rural society, although the name has been given award, but basically it's a symbolic picture of many villages seen by Goldsmith. Goldsmith returns to his village and laments the fact that people have vacated the village because of the charms of city life. He surveys his village and nostalgically talks about the childhood school and master. This portrait is modelled on Thomas Paddy Byrne, school teacher of Oliver Goldsmith. Now, this portrait is exactly in line with the 18th century writing tradition. The portrait is satiric but tinged with good humor, sunny nature of its poet. Coming to the text, which is written as a sketch, this extract opens with a casual description of the geographical location of the school. What's beautiful about this poem is its style. Now, the first stanza. Beside yon straggling fence that skirts the way with blossomed firs unprofitable gay, there, in his noisy mansion, skilled to rule, the village schoolmaster taught his little school. Now, notice the second line. Blossomed firs, unprofitable gay. The oxymoron, the ironic pairing of the word. It expresses the nostalgia, the sadness that the firs are blossoming, the flowers are on the fence, and they are happy also, they are blooming, but unprofitable. Nobody is there to see in them. Next, after the geographical location, the character sketch of the teacher of schoolmaster begins. Note the point, the beautiful point about this poem is that the paradoxical style, the way that man has been described, good-natured humor, humorous portrait is there. You will notice that, notice this thing, that one quality is described, then that very quality is contradicted through the description, like in the third line. There, in his noisy mansion, skilled to rule, the village schoolmaster taught his little school. Notice, he is skilled to rule, still the mansion is noisy. Then we come to the second stanza, next stanza. A man swear he was, and stern to view. I knew him well, and every trot knew. Well had the boarding tremblers learned to trace the day's disasters in his morning face. Again, notice that quality that I described in the beginning, that the whole character sketch has been described in a paradoxical way. Look, first line of the second stanza says, he was fair, he was stern, I knew him well, and every truant knew. Truant वो स्टूडेंट जो बिना बताए स्कूल से भाग जाए. तो टीचर्स फेयर भी है, स्टर्न भी है, हर कोई उन्हें जानता है और हर स्कूल से भागने वाला बच्चा उनको जानता है. Well had the boarding tremblers learned to trace the day's disasters in his morning face. स्टूडेंट्स उनकी स्ट्रिक्टनेस को, उनकी स्टर्ननेस को इतना ज़्यादा जानते हैं कि दे रन अवे. द पोइट सेड आई माई सेल्फ वाज रनिंग अवे. और उनके फेस से ही दिख जाता था कि आज का दिन जो है वो खराब जाने वाला है. Full well they laughed with counterfeiting glee at all his jokes, for many a joke had he. Full well the busy whisper circling round conveyed the dismal tidings when he frowned. Same quality, same humorous, satirical style is there, but at all his jokes, many a joke had he. Full well they laughed with a counterfeiting glee. नकली हंसी के साथ बच्चे हंसते थे. उनके सारे जोक्स पे उनके पास बहुत सारे जोक्स थे, लेकिन बच्चों की हंसी नकली थी. दैट मीन्स वो बार बार उनको रिपीट करते थे. Full well the busy whisper circling round conveyed the dismal tidings when he frowned. Yet he was kind, or if fair in art, the love he bore to learning was in fault. The village all declared how much he knew. It was certain he could write and cipher too. जैसे अंधों में काना राजा वाली स्थिति थी मास्टर जी की उस गांव के अंदर, कि विलेजर्स को लगता था इनको बहुत ज़्यादा आता है, उनकी बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्ट करते थे. और उनकी जो एकमात्र कमी थी स्कूल टीचर की, कि वो चूँकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा लर्निंग से लव करते थे. तो विलेजर्स जो है उनके ज्ञान की वजह से, उनके नॉलेज की वजह से उनका बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्ट करते थे. इट वॉज सर्टन ही कुड राइट एंड साइफर टू. ये जो नेक्स्ट स्टैंजा है, इसमें रियली जो ब्यूटीफुल और लवेबल पिक्चर बनती है टीचर की, कि बहुत गांव के अंदर उनका बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्ट था, कि क्योंकि गांव वाले उनसे बहुत प्रभावित थे. ये बहुत सारा कुछ कर सकते हैं. Lands he could measure, terms and tides presage. Even the story ran that he could gaze. In arguing too, the parson owned his skill, for even though vanquished, he could argue still. This is the fourth line is a beautiful one. कि वो सब कुछ कर सकते थे गांव वालों के अकॉर्डिंग. और जो पार्सन थे, चर्च से रिलेटेड पर्सन, एक सिर्फ वही थे जो उनके साथ डिबेट कर सकते थे. और आर्गुइंग के अंदर भी वो इस तरह की उनकी डिबेटिंग क्वालिटी थी, डिबेटेबल क्वालिटी थी, कि वैंक्विश्ड हो जाने के बाद, डिफीट हो जाने के बाद भी ही कुड आर्ग्यू स्टिल. लुक एट द लव एंड अफेक्शन Goldsmith has for that teacher. While words of learned length and a thundering sound amazed the gazing rustics ranged around, and still they gazed, and still the wonder grew that one small head could carry all he knew. जो विलेजर्स के बीच में है, गांव वालों के बीच में है, मास्टर जी जब बोलते थे, और चूंकि उनको गांव वालों को कुछ समझ नहीं आती थी, भले वो डिबेट में आ जाते थे, फिर भी वो कंटिन्यूसली अपने बड़े बड़े शब्दों के साथ, बड़े बड़े वाक्यों के साथ लगातार डिबेट करते रहते. तो जो गांव वाले थे तो बहुत हैरान होते थे कि इस स्मॉल हेड में इतना सारा ज्ञान इन्होंने कैसे भर रखा है. The poet concludes that all his fame has disappeared, and even the place belonging to him has been forgotten. But past is all his fame, the very spot where many a time he triumphed is forgot. The poem has a rural background and depicts scenes, objects, folk and manners typical of an 18th century British village. The poem contains Goldsmith's nostalgic reflections of his childhood days. It's written mainly in closed couplets of iambic pentameter. This extract is an exquisite piece of poetry dedicated to village schoolmaster, and its style is beautiful because of the paradoxical nature, the way the poem has been written. It's really very beautiful. Besides the long question like critically appreciate the poem The Village Schoolmaster, another important question can be long question, draw the character sketch of the village schoolmaster. Besides this, a question can be framed like this, that village schoolmaster is a good example of transition in literary trends that were being witnessed in the 18th century. Discuss the way, the style in which the poem has been written. It can also be the question of essay type question. So, thank you students. Thank you for joining today's session. Go through the text without interpretation, without the commentaries, without the analysis. Read the poem and you will really notice the love, affection and the beauty of this poem, beauty in this poem. Thank you.